Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Awesomenauts Rumble Gathers Tournament. My name is Mr. Pillow, and once again joining me as my co-host is Uberancy.
Hello everybody, how's it going? We are back after our break for the next qualifier match for the Awesomenauts Gathers Qualifiers.
Indeed, indeed. Before we get into the next match, here's your friendly reminder that we are doing our bet system. You can place your bets on which team you think is going to win. All you have to do is type red or blue into the chat. There's no fancy Nightbot command, just we keep track of it manually. And if you guess correctly, after the match, you are going to be eligible for a giveaway. If you guess correctly, you have until the match begins to get your guesses in. So that said, it's Team Brunch versus newcomers to the scene, DiCai. DiCai is a Chinese team that has actually been doing incredibly well and has kind of been doing some upsets here. Do not underestimate them, Team Brunch. That's the winner of the last ordinary 3-on-3 event. They won the Awesomenauts Arena League. These are experienced players. Everyone knows them. So with that said, we're going to get into this draft. On the red team, we have a band of Jimmy the Lux 5000 and Leon. And they're going to be, actually, excuse me, I'm looking... Oh, that Raylan should be a Genji, so that's my bad. But it's a Genji, Finny, and Jimmy. I was so confused for a second. I was like, I know they didn't play, hey, Raylan. I was like, huh? And on the blue side of
I did something wrong.
On the blue side of things, we have Ted and Scolder being banned, and we have Chucho, Coco, and Scoop. I think like anyone who was on the fence about betting on the red team, like they're like, oh, it's a Genji, not a Raylan. Okay, let me bet right now. So let's see these comps. Genji, Vinny, Jimmy might be like the 3 best knots in the game right now.
I mean, Prodigies or not, Chinese or not, Team Brunch's team is terrifying. Like, I'm scared. That is such a strong team. You've got so much damage from Lux and Vinny. Vinny's got all that insane burst. Lux is so good at brawling, got the charge in order to pin people. You've got the amazing initiation and counter initiation from Genji. And like, Team DiCai has Chucho and Coco, which are definitely very good damage dealers. You know, they don't have that insane versatility or like ridiculous like potency of someone like, say, Vinny. And well, they have Scoop, great at initiating, decently beefy, got a heal that can even affect his team with a certain upgrade. But Genji's sort of, like team fight and support abilities are just a little bit more potent. They're a little better even with long cooldowns and whatnot. So good at initiating and counter initiating.
No, I definitely agree. On the other hand, there is an incredible amount of poke on the blue team. You have Sticky Bomb, you have Lightning Ball, you got the turret, you got the hammer, and the thing is that these are all really low cooldowns, especially Lightning Bomb and Sticky. And red team is more or less melee. Technically Genji is range, but he still does have to get kind of close. Range is almost kind of mandatory almost in that sense for his auto attack and Cocoon. Even though it's a ranged projectile, you don't think of it as a ranged projectile, you know what I mean? Especially on a map like Ribbit, where you can't really get too above your opponent for like a nice angled Cocoon shot. That said, anytime where all 3 knots are just smashing into each other and going extreme close range, red clearly wins 100% of the time. But I think it's easier than you would think for the blue team to find and the ranged pokes and to constantly whittle down the HP, especially during the early game where the red team isn't going to be as potent. And I mean, we can expect a little bit of lag in this match. You do got an international match here. You got mostly West Europe versus Chinese, and so since there is going to be a bit of latency, you do have those 3 ranged attacks. It makes it phenomenally harder to dodge them. So these are things that could really work in favor of the blue team, and if they keep aware of where the red team is on the map, they shouldn't ever be like, okay, is he in the top bush or bottom bush? Then they can definitely constantly chip at the HP. They have win conditions here. They have kill conditions. They have team fight win conditions. So, like, even though there's an amazing comp on the red side of things, there's still things that the blue things can clearly do. And I don't think it's like we talked about the win conditions during 2.7 versus Japan Disciples. the win condition of DiCai is a lot simpler. It requires a lot less finesse, and achieving that condition isn't this amazing, like, oh my god, they did it. Like, it's something that is a really reasonable and realistic goal. So that's something that could really work in their favor. Uber, so what are your thoughts on that?
I agree with that a lot. Like, the ranged poke they have is ridiculous, but just the consistency of the red team is the big thing. You've got so much ranged poke on the blue team, and like, yeah, latency and whatnot, but the red team's got so much consistency with the team fights that if they just force the blue team into a team fight, they win. And they've got decent push too if they can manage to kill 1 or 2 members of the blue team. You know, the only person that's really super good at defending, or well, actually Coco and Chucho are super good at defending. Scoop, absolutely not. But we'll actually have to get into this match to see. I'm going to be at the 12-second mark for this replay here.
Alright, give me 1 second. I am good to go. Would you like to give us a countdown?
Absolutely. Alright, starting from 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, and we're all up on the red team. You have Rado playing the Jimmy in the Lux 5000, Edster playing the Genji, and Cannoli playing the Vinny. On the blue team, you have Sauce playing the Scoop. You have Coco playing Coco, and you have Rudy, whose name is Your Laggy Daddy backwards, playing the Chucho.
Oh dear, these names. Oh wow, Vinny actually Cannoli in a terrible
What?
spot, gonna eat the sticky bomb and immediately die. He gets hit by the lightning ball, he gets hit by Scoop's binding so many auto attack shots, he's actually gonna go down, making the first kill immediately for Chucho there. And that was like a proper just instant team fight initiation too. Wow, maybe we have completely underestimated this team. But right now, oh dear.
That was savage. That's what I was talking about. Like, the blue team has that. Those are the exact kill conditions I was talking about. That's exactly the sort of thing they can do. And it's actually a lot more damage than you would think. But like you can get the Monarch Blessing on it, but it's going to be so constant. Like, it's both that lightning ball and that sticky bomb. Once the sticky time slipper is picked up, and then if cooldown is picked up on the lightning ball, like, their cooldowns are less than half of Monarch Blessing. It's going to be insane.
Absolutely, like we've already seen proof of that. Edster gonna try and get the cocoon. Don't think he actually hit anybody there. Blue team all in the bottom lane. They're gonna jump up. Rado is gonna take a little bit of damage. Not really though. There's a spike dive. Not gonna hit anyone either. Just lots of just being worried. Just making sure that they don't actually take any damage or have any unnecessary casualties. Blue team all clearing bottom, and then going to jump back up the top. Just rotating those lanes, getting the clear they need. Doing what they need to do. With the red team, well, Rado's actually a little hurt. There's the creeps here, but Chucho's going to go with the sticky bomb. Not going to be able to hit it on Edster, though, but that turret is going to be rather annoying. He's going to get his spike bat, his beloved bicycle, I've, immediately forgot the name of the bicycle when I was about to make a freaking joke about it. Jesus. Anyways, so we got Edster going on the bottom lane here. He's got the Monarch Blessing. Going to use it on himself. He looked like he was contemplating attacking the solar boss. Going to change his mind and teleport back. But we got the blue team holding that mid area, holding the bush there. And not too much happening, just a little bit more poking and pussy nuts now.
Indeed, and we're gonna see the lightning ball come out. It's gonna hit Rado. You see the sticky bomb come out on Cannoli. Monarch Blessing is gonna come up. Like, blue team has map control. Like, I'm actually so proud of them because I was like, I think they could do this. I don't know if they're going to, but look at that. Look at this chip. Like, Edster and Rado are like 1 HP behind their turrets, and they can't even try to contest. Finney's left in a 1v3 defense scenario for just a moment. They're going to get some push on this bottom turret. Like, the blue team is poking. They're pushing them on a lane. They're holding mid. They're getting turret push even without finding frags. Like, red team has to stall right now. Like, they honestly, legitimately do. They're gonna go in, and they finally cocoon on Scoop, but Scoop's just gonna go in bindings, and now look at that. Oh, Rados might be going down here. There's gonna be the second frag of the game, even with the Monarch Blessing. They managed to take out the Jimmy. This is, what, like, okay, I'm really hoping people are realizing, because I was dead serious about what I said in the draft, and I felt like maybe the chat was like, okay, hey, he's just saying that because, he wants to keep it hyped and in suspense, but everyone knows Team Brunch is going to win. No, look at this. They are doing exactly what they need to do. I get it, it's only 3.5 minutes in, and red team is a late game comp, but so far they are perfectly doing what they should be doing. They are doing what a top team would be doing with this comp, and they are just black horsing the crud out of Team Brunch right now.
Absolutely, like that's kind of what the black horse so far of the stream is right now. Just like this team is doing extremely well, holding the mid for a good majority of the game, getting the turret damage. There's a cocoon onto Chucho, but not too much is gonna happen from it. well, going to take a lot of damage to that turret, actually. Going to have to be a little less careless. And blue team could collapse on the red team here on the bottom lane. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though Coco is going to have to back up a bit. Genji is going to try and throw the cocoon. Not going to be able to hit anything, though, with Chucho taking a little bit of damage as a spike dive. Not going to hit anyone, though, but we've got the charge coming out from Lux. Actually, a lot of damage onto that red team there. Lux almost dead there. Rado almost dead, and Cannoli as well. I'm gonna grab that health back in the solar boss area where we got Coco and Chucho falling back with just Sauce by himself. Just defending right now, and Scoopy's not too good at that, but you know, the red team isn't really making too much of a push right now. They're actually gonna try, as soon as I say they're gonna start pushing top here, doing a little bit of push here and there, not too much crazy stuff though.
Yeah, and then you see the blue team, they got some good pickups coming out. You see a stage of DOT, and you see knockback coming on the bike. You got cooldown DOT on that lightning ball. The damage is increasing, the CC is increasing. Rado just getting out one bar. This might be the first strike for the red team. Oh, Coco in a really bad spot, but she might know Edster's gonna be able to track that and get out, but he's in a really bad situation. Cannoli's there to help, but he is not that healthy. He's actually gonna get some more poke. There's a cocoon right there. He goes for it. He maybe worth. Oh my gosh, he's alive. It's a 1 for 2 total in all. It would have been 1 for nothing regardless without the separate 1 for 1. And honestly, I think they should always take these 1 for 1s the late game comp is clearly the red team here. And if Solar and XP go into both teams, that goes in favor of the red team. They're more excited about getting to their late game than the blue team is the best way to put this here. That said, that also put the red team on the board. That put Team Brunch at 2 kills and a 1 kill deficit to the 3 of the blue team. That also let them get their first push in. And I think that one of the things we also just saw was kind of where the experience of Team Brunch kind of played in. You know, they've done a lot more competitive regardless of individual skill, and they got a lot of push off that top turret, off that 2 for 1 there, and that brought it at 2 bars. And that's... And capitalizing on the push off of your frags is just something that you kind of get better at over time as you play more and more competitive matches. You see the bindings going in, it's going to get some nice poke in. And he goes for the DOT, lands it, no, the Vinny. He's going to get back, sticky bomb on Rado. They're going to poke down, the red team might be going in, there's going to be a cocoon right here on the scoop, but they are committed to it, but he's in a really bad situation. He gets the bindings out right before he gets fragged, and that's going to be taking out Rado. That was... I'm getting flashbacks to patch 3.3 right now, where Scoop just did that every game. Oh man, that was good. He didn't even have Hill Hammer. He had like the base binding seal, and he survived at 1 HP with that. That is doing crazy. And on that note, what do you think about the Scoop build here? We're looking at Halberd of Justice, Nair, and range.
It's something. I mean, you've got a little bit of extra auto attack damage after using that hammer there, and it can also help just finish up the kills that you need to get after your teammates also collapse after getting the hammer. But then Ronald's gonna pick up the kill on Chucho there with the nice missiles, and it's just. I mean, he's just going for full support. He's not going for self-sustain or damage or anything. He's just going for range and snare duration, I guess. And that helps his team, well, a lot. Just with helping secure that pokey damage, because it's semi-slow moving, long-range projectiles. So having that longer snare duration could definitely help with landing them, especially with Coco's lightning ball. And he's just got the team supporting ability, though he should probably go for some bindings damage. Although he does have that auto attack damage, it's not too great. Sauce actually going to take a lot of damage there from only, but Chucho is going to go in. But there's the lady ball and Ed's
that was a snipe. That was a boom headshot. And I feel like that might have been a little bit further away on Edster's screen, because I just assumed, this is probably about 200, 300 ping, and he was kind of running the opposite direction of it. But that's something you have to consider in competitive. He fully is aware of the number that it is, and as we can see from Coco's perspective, it nailed it. So, it's not really something that line go over, because, your cocoons do the same thing. And I think Edster's aware of that. I'm just kind of saying this for the sake of the audience. But anyways, there's going to be some nice DOT poke here. Jimmy cannot even find that, the charge at all, just gets out, has to consume a creep. You're going to see the bindings come out. All the abilities are down. Now Jimmy's going to go in hard. They managed to pick up a 2 for nothing.
Geez.
He managed to come back after seeing that bindings and all that poke got to him. That was not good for the blue team. They kind of just overstayed their welcome there. They kind of expended the blaze and the DOT, which should be the initial pokes. They have the ranged abilities for that. And once the red team realized, hey, the bindings got popped, those got popped, they don't really have that much in terms of CC right now. Let's go. they just went in there and did a crap load of damage, and Jimmy was like in the perfect situation to just go in and do a post-team fight cleanup there. And then the momentum, that's going to cause a big momentum shift to the red team. Even though the kills are even, they have a full level advantage. They are starting to get a little bit snowbally. They got the Weekend Clown coming out. They got Regen on the other two guys. And Jimmy going to go in for a big charge hither. He's going to take a cocoon. He's going to get the missiles out. And manages to actually take out your Laggy Daddy in the process there. And Bindings is going to hit him. He's going to get out one bar. That's going to be leaving Genji and Vinny to duke it out versus Scoop and Coco, who aren't going to be, understandably, taking that team fight. They're going to go down to the bottom lane to defend, where the entirety of Team Brunch is now reunited. They got set droids, they got super droid. It's not a good situation for Team DiCai right now. There's gonna be the bindings. They're having trouble getting the clear out here. They're gonna knock back a lightning ball. And there's gonna be another Mark Blessing. He has that range, he has that damage, he has that attack speed on the Genji auto attack, but he's got to get out. That lightning ball gonna leave him at one bar. I really wish this Coco had lightning ball damage right now. Think about how many frags she would be picking up, like the frag that we just saw get picked up on Cannoli here. You kind of just overstayed a bit too much and couldn't really juke the way he needed to as Vinny. If they had lightning ball damage and maybe a Scoop had like another damage upgrade besides what do you call it, the Halberd of Justice, I think we could be seeing a lot more frags coming out from the blue team. And it's gonna dang, just imagine if they had it. Like, look, Edster, he manages to get that Monarch Blessing out. Brado might be going down here. They find the lightning ball. He is done. That's gonna be another frag, and that's gonna put the kill lead right back in favor of Team DiCai.
Can we get a quick? What's your time at right now?
I'm at 10:45.
Oh, I think I'm about 3 seconds behind. We're gonna have to. Can we pause for a second just so we can get that synced up? Sorry about this.
No worries.
All right.
It happens.
Yeah, I was a bit behind. My mistake. I've started it a little late, but either way, 10:50. I'm gonna give us a countdown. Started a little sooner this time because it seemed like we didn't start at the right time beforehand. 3, 2, 1. Go.
And we're off and getting back into the action. No worries about that. That does happen, which is, you know, way a lot. We see kind of a little bit of what's going on. Ed's going to pop a Mara Blessing. He's going to go in. They're going to get some auto attack damage on the Chucho, but Coco going to go back in. She's going to get the Blaze, but there's going to be the Cocoon with the Scoop counter initiation, the lightning ball. They don't land any of it, but it's still enough. Like, Team Brunch is going to be like, get out of this. They're full health back there. They're going to get the Spike Dive. There's going to be a nice lightning ball, and there's going to be a Cocoon on Chucho. Big fight coming out here. There's going to be the DOT, and Chucho getting out at just a bar. The danger pin's just barely not enough. Rado trying to go in, but there's the hammer, and it's going to leave them at half. They're barely going to be missing that sticky bomb. It's a very excellent hammer. That's where that snare duration really comes into play. Ed's going to get lightning ball to the
so good.
Oh man, gosh, I wish he had lightning ball damage. That would have been a frag.
If he had lightning ball damage, he would have an extra 3 kills at least. I'm guessing. That was insane.
Absolutely. And it's just a lot more cost-effective of damage upgrade than the DOT. It deals more damage per solar. You're going to be landing a lot more of it. You're going to be landing on all 3 of them a lot. And just, gosh, I just want to tell this thing. I want to go back in this time and be like, I'm from the future, very ominously. Buy lightning ball damage in your match versus Team Brunch. Because, honestly, I'm not just trying to be the contrarian here, because, you know, this is underdog versus, you know, top team. I really think they'd be winning this right now, and everything would be in their favor, and they would have turrets down. That Coco had lightning ball damage.
I definitely agree. Coco's been putting in the work. Like, that lightning ball is amazing on end street. Just needs the lightning ball damage. Ledster almost just getting like knocked across the map. Rado's going to charge out after taking a little bit of damage from Chucho there. The blue team in a decent position here. Genji's going to have that Monarch Blessing and Cocoon ready for the next fight though. And red team does have the tower advantage. Coco's actually in a really bad spot. Going to go down to the danger pins from the charge after getting spike dived, making that a 1-0 for the red team here. They're going to be able to get some nice push on the towers, which is what I was about to say. They've got a huge tower advantage compared to the blue team. Like, the red team has got 2 extra towers, and they're about to have 3. If they can kill this tower, Edster just needs to go in. He's just going in with the Monarch Blessing on himself. Going to take out that tower and Sauce. And I've just realized what you've been calling Chucho was his name backwards. I thought he just had like random gibberish. No, it's actually your Lucky
I said that,
backwards.
You know, it's like, I pronounced the name once, I was like, which is your Lucky Daddy backwards.
Oh my god, that is just, that's an amazing name. That's like better than...
I can be unprofessional, but I'm not so unprofessional, I just randomly keep casting a Chucho as your Lucky Daddy without reason. God, come on, give me a little bit of credit.
Okay, alright, well, I'm sorry, I'm sorry I didn't hear you before, I just don't listen to anything you say.
It's all good, I'm just messing around, it's kind of funny. So, getting back into things, even though the kills are even, the push all from the red team has been phenomenally more significant. You know, they got base exposure. Blue team is busy clearing out the Super Droid. There's a Monarch Blessing. There's a nice hammer. Red team can possibly go in, but they don't have Monarch. Blue team should try and be finding some pokes right now. There's the DOT. Miss Sticky Bomb. There comes out the Coco. She's going to get a big flank. She gets the Lightning Ball. She's in a bad situation. She only landed a Lightning Ball in one. There goes the Spike Dive, and then the Jimmy is going to be picking up the last hit. There's going to be the hammer. But Edster gonna be managing to pick up Sauce. Cannoli might go down, and you're like, your daddy could he do this? Is he going Spade style?
Is he gonna have is the Dream Alive? Oh, the Sticky Bomb isn't gonna hit Edster. If he hit Edster with that Sticky Bomb, he could go in with the bike plays if he manages to get a Sticky Bomb back.
He
There's
dodged
the
the
DOT on Edster, but not the knockback damage. 1 second on that Sticky Bomb. Is he gonna snipe him?
Oh god, I wish those
sticks landed. Anyways. Oh man, that could have been amazing. But there, oh my goodness, lightning ball damage on Coco. The blue team is now going to win the game, clearly.
Oh man.
I want to believe. But either way, we've got Chucho going to clear these droids up top. With Coco finally getting that lightning ball damage, going to be able to do a ton of extra damage now, as well as slow on binding. Still no proper damage on Scoop.
Yeah, the damage output,
priority, but
the mandatoriness of damage is really shining here. Like, we got slow on bindings, and like, you know, what's that gonna do? They already got slow on the Coco for that. And, you know, the bindings is, you know, it's going to be a stronger slow, but still, like, that's not what they need right now. That lightning ball is barely going to miss Cannoli. Rado's basically full health, even though he just took a sticky bomb between the blessing and his life steal. And he's just going in, trying to get them to instigate on him. And if they all go in on Jimmy right now, and he survives relatively healthy, and then red team, and Vinny and Vinny and Genji coming in for the first time in the fight, that is going to be the wipe that secures the win for them. So they need to be really wary of that. But he might not be able to survive. And oh my gosh, just landed everything. And
that bomb hit Cannoli too.
That was savage.
Oh man, I thought Coco was gonna go in with the lightning ball on Cannoli there, but not quite. Though he is starting to go on this bottom lane. He could try to throw it out. He is going to throw it out. Not going to be able to hit Cannoli though. Not enough range on that. And Coco is going to get Cocoon to no. Chucho is actually going to eat that Cocoon instead. Blue team might be able to make a bit of a push here. Lux is about to drop back. He's going to be back in just a couple of seconds here. While we got Sauce, well, Chinese letters and Your Leggy Daddy. They're going to make a push on this top turret here. There's the turret being a nice distraction, doing a little bit of extra chip damage to that turret. Well, we've got the lightning ball going to miss Cannoli. He was just a little too high above it in order to dead it, so may as well just not dead it anyways. And Edster, you see, Coco's just trying to get that poke with those lightning balls, and he's just trying. He's coming very close though. Sauce is going to get Cocoon. He's going to take a couple of damage from missiles here, and potentially the spike dive. There's the spike dive, 750 damage. He's going to go down to Edster's auto attack after taking a little bit of extra damage from the auto anyways. There's the lightning ball, going to do a little bit of damage to, I believe, Cannoli, but now it's only Coco and Chucho. That's a ton of damage from that spike dive. 750 damage plus the auto attacks and like the weakened cloud. Does he have weakened cloud? Yes, he does. And well, now there's the Cocoon actually onto Chucho. Chucho is absolutely going to go down. Now it's Coco against the world here. Is he going to be able to do it? He, whatever, going to be able to do it. Doesn't look like the red team just pushing the space and melting it. This is the end of the Chinese team here with 2 bars left on this base. Are they going to do it? They're going to take out the base, and that is going to be the victory at almost 17 minutes for Team Brunch.
That was a lot closer match than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately think I mean, it's hard to say what would have happened if, you know, blue team had gotten a proper amount of damage. But, like, I genuinely think if I had to place money, I would bet on the blue team winning this. It's just like they had gone kind of meta damage builds, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, there is zero, aside from Halberd of Justice, there is zero damage on Scoop. Absolutely nothing. No bindings damage, no basic auto attack damage, no hammer damage, absolutely nothing. The only potential other damage upgrade, I guess, is range on hammer, which is not very good, and the Coco could have gotten lightning ball damage a bit earlier. That's the main reason why Chucho got a majority of the kills, I'd say. Just not enough damage on the other 2 members of the blue team.
Exactly. Like, imagine if we had the lightning ball damage, if we had you know, banners of the triple scoop, or banner of the triple scoop, those 2 alone could have possibly caused the blue team to win, much less all the other damage upgrades they would have picked up with their snowballing as a result of those skills that they would have gotten. They just got that. But just like at the moment where he was like purchasing regen and maybe the second stage of snare, if he had gotten triple with the banner scoop, if Coco had gotten lightning ball damage before she got the DOT on Blaze, like that was it. Like, that's where the item building went wrong, and I honestly think that that's what this game came down to. But you have a team in their very first tournament using a very unconventional comp going up against, basically the three best nuts in the game at the moment. You have Benny, Genji, Jimmy. And this close of a match, the kills this even, and Red Team almost just kind of really winning a lot of these engagements by a fluke and building on the Blue Team's part. Like, I am beyond impressed. Anyone who thinks that there's a high barrier of entry into comp or anything needs to explain this match to me, because that falsifies this match falsifies that idea completely right now. This is the winners of the Arena League. I mean, Edster won our doubles tournament, and it was an incredibly close match. I'm honestly impressed. Imagine these guys come back, they have a little bit more practice, they have a little bit better idea of drafting, and they, have a little bit better idea of building. 100%. They can just easily be someone I'm casting in semifinals or finals.
Absolutely. They definitely put on a great match and a great show right there. But we've actually got one more match in this set for the this qualifiers set here between Team Brunch and DiCai. So we actually need to get this set. So taking a break for this one either. So we will just get this match going and hop right into the next draft once I have this match loaded.
Indeed, and while we do that, just a friendly reminder: place bets on who you think is going to win into the chat. You can just either guess red or blue. We're keeping track of it manually, and guess correctly to be eligible for a giveaway after the match. You have until the match begins to get the guess in. And with that said, this time it's going to be DiCai on the red team, Team Brunch on the blue team. Why don't we take us through these drafts, Super Rancy?
All right, so we got two Genjis. Ooh. On your, I think the stream overlays. Sorry, but anyways, so for the drafts here, we've got for Team DiCai on the red team, at least on the draft screen. We've got the bandnots being Lux and Vinny. I think they've learned their lesson.
Hey, you want to know the beautiful irony that Genji should be a Raylan this time?
Oh my god.
I did it, Reddit. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Good job. It was intentional. Anyways, I think they've kind of learned their lesson this time, batting out the Lux and the Vinny, as in Team DiCai is, and then going for the Raylan pick, as well as Leon and Swiggins. So there's definitely some potential on that team. But getting to Team Brunch here, I think Team Brunch has learned their lesson too, because they're gonna ban out Chucho and Coco, banning out pretty much everyone that was played last match, and gonna actually be able to get the first pick Genji again, and then as well they're also going to be able to get a Froggy and an Ayla. So, once again, I feel like Team Brunch might have the, in general, better comp with Froggy and Genji and Ayla. That is terrifying, but it's Agalon, so there's definitely a little bit of extra potential for initiators and whatnot. And really, I'm surprised Team DiCai didn't ban Genji instead of Lux or Vinny. I guess they were really scared of the damage more so than the counter initiation and initiation from Genji, but that might be a mistake. And they're actually going to go for Raylan, which is kind of a iffy pick. You don't see very many Raylan picks in competitive, and the time rift is very, very strong, especially in something like, say, Black Coal Sun or a Genji Cocoon. And then you've got Leon with the pull and the silence and a little bit of decent damage, very good. And Swiggins got that extra burst and initiation as well. They've got really good initiation and push comp if they manage to get a couple of kills. So they can get a couple of kills after initiating without getting counter initiated on too hard from that Ayla. Like the Ayla dash and cocoon combo, as well as the blessings combo is just, ooh, that is rough. That is not fun to fight. That is a very, very scary combo. And if Team DiCai can get 2 kills in a team fight, if they manage to somehow out team fight Team Brunch, they are going to have a serious advantage in terms of the push over Team Brunch, I'd say, by a good margin. And they do still have the pokiness of having a Raylan with Snipe. Getting range on Snipe, you got 450 damage you can just throw it whenever you want, all the time. Well, Team Brunch is going to have to get in for those team fights and force Team DiCai into those team fights in order to win the match, quick and dirty.
Indeed. And I think DiCai, they also have, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they do with that Leon Swiggins. I feel like that Leon especially was in a great pick here. They countered both the Genji and the Frog, and then Swiggins is that's a wombo combo. That is the best way to put it. And they can just kind of go in on the frog as they need to, especially if they're canceling out that NATO silencing for the splash dash. More or less the same on Genji. It's a bit easier for him to tap the blessing before he gets silenced or stunned, but it can still be devastating. And the fact that the Rift especially is going to be making it really hard for the blue team to close distance, this could be another very close match. Alternatively, I want to point out how badly the blue team can snowball here. Just like last game, if they get a lead, they are going to get a massive lead. It's not going to be a minor lead. And I think that's something that the red team is going to be really wary of. Beating is going to be, I mean, I know this is like a really easy observation to make, but beating is going to be bad here. It's going to be extremely bad here, though, because the amount of distance you're going to have to catch up is going to be a lot more than feeding would be in other scenarios, if that makes sense. That said, I don't really have that much else to add. Brunch, are you ready to get into this game, my friend?
Absolutely. Get into my awesomenauts.exe game file, and I think I am ready to go. I'm at the 12-second mark for this replay. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. You want to give us a countdown?
Absolutely. All right. Starting from 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off. You got your leggy daddy playing the Raylan. Leon playing the Leon still, that's all I got. And Sauce playing the swing-ins of the blue side of things. You have Cannoli playing the Ilo. You have Brado playing his signature for RQG. And Edster once again taking on the role of Genji for his team. Is that Island Viz? I can't tell you because of the suit. Yes, she is. And Isla's Viz, she's going to go in and get a nice quick Evil Eye right onto the Leon. That's going to take him down to about half health. Really going to be looking for a snipe. Not going to find it. There's going to be a through the jump pad. Not going to find anything. And nice idea. They're going to go in and actually can only take a lot of damage there. The ref has been popped, but he's going to manage to find the health of the time. Monarch Blessing barely keeping him alive. And that is going to be a very close first blood that could have happened just a little bit more. They're kind of on point. It wasn't even a commitment issue. They just kind of had trouble being in the right position for the auto attacks, I believe. That said, now we're going to see, let's see, red team is definitely on the defense here, a lot more than they were on the Rivet 4 match. How do you think the first blood is going to happen?
Well, we saw that Cannoli actually almost died there to the Leon Swiggins combo, and then if you can get if you get Leon to pull, Swiggins to anchor to drop, and then the time rip in an area like the bottom lane or in a very constricted area, that is going to be an easy first blood. But otherwise, just a Genji Cocoon into a Splash Dash Tornado, and then Ayla throwing in some rage damage or auto attack damage and an Evil Eye. That's another likely contender for the first blood. But here's actually Etzer's going to get caught on the anchor drop, and then here's the Cocoon, and here's Cannoli going in with Ayla. Got all of that rage damage. It's absolutely ridiculous. But Cannoli is actually going to go down to the Leon pull into the time rift like I was talking about before, minus the Swiggins though, because Swiggins died to the actually I don't know what killed him. It was Genji. Genji got the auto attack kill onto the Swiggins, making that a 1-for-1 trade for both teams. The Cocoon is going to hit your laggy daddy, and not too much going to happen for it though, because Edster is waiting for his teammates to come back. Rado farming on this bottom lane here, while Ayla dropping and is now back into the fray. We've got Edster gonna take out a Leon hopefully, but I don't know Chinese, man. But Cannoli gonna get that nice little Evil Eye onto Raylan, the cheeky Evil Eye, and well, red team trying to drop down, get something done with this snipe or this time rip. Not gonna be able to hit anyone with that time rip, but did see that Ayla got the invis if they were paying attention there. So Ayla's got that invis, gonna go in with the Evil Eye and a little bit of rage damage onto Raylan, but Raylan is gonna be able to back up, got the support of his team. Cannoli does not want to commit to that. We got Sauce and Leon on the stop lane. They got well, blue team's going to get the clearing very easily. They're going to be very easily able to clear and get push and free little poke here and there if they want to. Though the red team does also have very good poke, but you got like Evil Eye on the blue team, Genji's auto attack on the blue team, and you got Raylan's snipe and time rift. Very effective. There's the snipe, not going to hit anyone. The pull is actually going to miss as well, whiffing those abilities. They're not too good for them. Sauce might try to go in here, but he's got to wait for his team's cooldowns. There's the time rift. There's the pull near the time rift, but it's not going to be able to pull him into it. The anchor drops you out. Man, Edster is so hurt, but Sauce is going to go down to Ayla's rage. We've got Edster and we've got Edster up here, as well as Cannoli actually trying to get a chase onto this Raylan. Raylan's going to do the panic snipe next to the turret. Not going to be able to hit anyone with that, though. So that is a 1-for-0 for the blue team. They're giving them a slight advantage in the kills here. Or we got Leon here, just going to get these droids clear. But we got Raylan actually going to go down to the Evil Eye and the dash and all of that damage. Just ridiculous. Well, Leon getting cocooned so that he cannot help his teammate whatsoever.
Indeed, indeed. And The blue team is going to go up to the turret here, get some good push in. The Monarch Blessing is going to be the good counter initiation to the anchor dive, and the anchor hook is going to be a miss. Leon not really able to do much. He might have been able to fish out for a long dunk. He definitely needs to go and spin his solar, get some damage, get some silence going on. We see height and attack speed coming on that Rift. I would think it's the Raylan needs to play her Rifts very conservatively. She kind of like she does now. She goes in there. She took a lot of damage, almost dying, but more or less she needs to use the Rift to keep her team from being collapsed on and make it the counter initiation, rather than, you know, she kind of, I see her sometimes kind of spamming them, and then they'll go in with a cocoon, and she doesn't really have an answer to that. Even if she's not the one cocoon, she's not really in a position to help her teammates. So she has that Rift ready as a counter initiation tool, and tries to use her snipes as pokes, which, especially if she were to get Iron Shield, she can really consistently do here. Then that will be something that they can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be a very good condition for her. And they're gonna go in there. Everyone's going in, and my gosh, what if they had damage? You have a piggy bank in a region, and what is it? Is it the sandcastle, Royal Sandcastle, the shield on the auto attack for Swiggins, which didn't even, like, he didn't need that to stay alive, and that was, if he had blue heart, like every Swiggins ever, basically, he would have just picked up a frag right there, 100%.
Yeah, that's I feel like not this is like supposed to be actual advice, not trying to be mean. The red team here, Team DiCai, really needs to get more damage. Like, they are super lacking in the damage department. Like, once again, what are their damage upgrades? Time rift attack speed. That's pretty much it. I mean, your silence on Leon is staple, but usually you want to get one stage and then maybe get some tongue damage, or maybe both stages and then tongue damage. And then you really want to get blue heart metal on Swiggins, and, you know, maybe range on Raylan, and then time rift upgrades. Raylan is building all right. Like, that Raylan's build is very solid, but they definitely need more damage on their Leon and their Swiggins. So they have picked up a kill, and they're not too far behind in the kills yet, so the blue team hasn't snowballed too crazily like we said they might. But it depends. If the blue team can get a wipe here, it might just start happening. But at the red team, you're playing pretty smart and defensively, despite dying a few times. And, well, they just need more damage. And once they get more damage, they can start getting kills of their own. Sauce is going to whiff that anchor hook real quick. While Edster going to try and go in. The pull is going to be missed on Edster, with Leon taking a little bit of damage for his troubles. There's the Evil Eye onto the tower. There's the anchor hook and drop onto Edster, but then the cocoon is going to stop Sauce from actually taking any damage. Rado was slightly mistiming that dash. You don't see that too often. Rado's going to have to teleport back, spend some of that money, and get some health back. We got Leon trying to get the pull onto Ayla, whiffing that as well. A few whiffs here and there, you know, it happens. But there's the Evil Eye coming up from Ayla onto Swingin's, going to do a little bit of damage there. But we got Edster going to get the anchor drop on him, and Sauce actually is going to get caught in the cocoon. And once again, Rado is going to miss the dash onto Sauce, but Cannoli is going to pick up the kill onto Raylan. Sauce picking up the kill retaliation. Now Leon is very hurt. Sauce a little extra health, but also in a bad situation despite having that shielding. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful here. Leon's going to teleport back. We got Sauce by himself. Sauce versus the world, trying to stop any kind of push that the blue team has right now. But the blue team has got some turrets going to attack this top lane, with the Edster just being a little bit annoying, getting a little bit of chip damage onto that turret, clearing all that good stuff. Well, Sauce is going to have to deal with these druids on bottom.
And indeed, and Sauce might be getting caught out for getting their shorts of bombs, but no, he's not. He's gonna manage to find Rado, but now, okay, he is caught out. Wasn't sure for a second. They're gonna be picking up a double kill. That anchor, that splash dash was the great counter initiation that they needed. It got rid of the anchor hook. It let Ayla get a very good second and get all her rage damage in while having a bunch of targets in there. Next gonna be picking up the invis. Raylan is gonna be left alone on defense, which is the best not of the red team, to be left alone on defense. Like, you know, it'd be a lot worse if it was Leon or Swiggins. But regardless, it's not a situation she wants to be in. She's using that rev. She was able to keep the top turret alive. She was able to keep the bottom turret at 50% right now. They were trying to look for, spending more time looking for the lane rotation. She's aware of it, and she gracefully dodges the cocoon, gets a nice snipe onto Edster. It's not going to do that much damage. She does not have snipe damage yet. I do hope to see more damage coming out from her soon on both the auto attack and the snipe. And she's going to get cocooned, but blue team is not going to do much about that. Edster going to be getting out. He's actually at just 2 bars with Blessing. And Leon just going to be clearing that up. He's got both stages of backstab now. Just going to be a lot of damage. You see attack speed coming out on Swiggins, of all things. How do you feel about attack speed before you see, as the first damage upgrade on Swiggins?
I'll be honest. Well, as the first damage upgrade, not so good. But as the first auto attack damage upgrade, it depends. I actually kind of like getting attack speed before auto attack damage sometimes, because I don't like to run Pool Boy. So if you don't plan on running Pool Boy, oh dear, I think we've actually had a DC. from someone here. I
Oh,
think
yep.
Rado has disconnected, so there's going to be a bit of a pause time for that, but during that time we can talk about the builds. Swiggins, there he is, but they're going to wait a few seconds so that Rado can actually drop back down, probably 15 seconds or so. Swiggins' auto attack speed is, well, as his first damage upgrade, no, but he's starting to get the auto attack damage now, which is nice. He should really be getting Blue Heart Medal, especially with that Ancient Octant. It's so helpful, but you need to get the damage off an Anchor Hook, and then you can focus on auto attack damage and sustain. That is usually a good idea. Sometimes you want to get sustained before anchor damage, but you almost like 90% of the time you get the anchor hook damage first, and then more damage, where you get something like sustain or better anchor drop, whatever you think is going to help your team the most, and whatever is actually best in the situation. But now the fights seem to be continued, and there's a snipe going to do a little bit of damage to Edster, but he's going to get caught in the cocoon for his troubles. And Rado, actually the nice anchor drop onto Rado there, and there's the pull, but Leo's going to take a ton of damage in retaliation from it. There's the snipe coming out, not going to be able to hit anyone, I don't believe. We got Sauce on this bottom lane here. There's the timer coming out, going to do a little bit of work onto Edster, but then here's the Ancient Octant. The Ancient Octant going to come out, but it doesn't matter because Rado is going to get the last hit onto Swiggins there after taking so much damage from Ayla and Froggy just with the Rage and the Tornado. Too much damage. And now we've got Cannoli, Edster, and Rado with a 1-kill advantage, with Swiggins still dropping a little bit of damage coming out here and there onto these turrets. They're actually going to get a big push on bottom here. On top here. Lots of damage coming out from the Ayla with her auto tech. Ayla's auto tech is surprisingly good at pushing. Then here comes Leon. They're going to try and go in as well as Raylan. And Swiggins is back though to support his team. Swiggins going to maybe try and work some magic here. There's the Monarch Blessing, popped a little prematurely there. And I'm not going to have that for the next fight if they initiate soon, but it is only got a 14-second cooldown, so our team's going to have to act fast. There's Ayla going in with the Rage. Raylan's snipe is going to miss, but then we got the blue team just pushing the top turret super hard, but then here comes the big initiation. Sauce is going to go down. Cannoli's going to go.
What?
Oh my goodness, Cannoli's going to get the triple kill with Rage and just absolutely annihilate the Reds team. Just no initiations allowed, no fun allowed for the Chinese team here.
And you got kills, spiritual cooking, and everything. Like, they're
oh my
two level advantage. This could be a game. They're gonna get this base extremely low before red team game and think about what they should do next. You know.
Oh my god, that was pure annihilation. The blue team are just going to win the game right now. Well, actually, no. The red team is back.
There's gonna be a team fight. There's the Rift, and Cannoli's gonna manage to take out the Evil Eye on the Leon there.
Oh my god, it's happening again. It's happening again.
There's a queue, and this has to be a good game. There's literally nothing that the red team can do now.
Oh, wow, that is it. That's going to be the game for the blue team here for Team Brunch. Just that triple kill was completely out of nowhere. Just pushing that top turret, baiting. I think that was kind of like what they wanted to do. They wanted to bait out the red team on that top turret there, and then just destroy them because Ayla is so potent in a situation like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, you've got the creeps there too that you can grab as you start to take damage, like as they spawn in that specific area where she was, and she picks up the triple kill and then practically gets 2 kills right afterwards as they respawn. That game is over at 11 minutes and 30 seconds, 36 seconds to be specific. That was nuts.
It really was, and it was really a snowballing potential. This was more of an outdraft than the last game, I think, because the kill conditions for the red team, like, they just kind of went in with Leon Swiggins, but they just did not have the damage. It was they really had to get the blue team to mess up or kind of fall for obvious ganks in order to find the frags. It wasn't as simple as the other match, and I think it really shows here. And Isla found that triple. You know, you had Monarch Blessing Isla and Frog versus, you know, 2 Knots that have to go in and have to commit to their fights, and it just did not go very well for them. That said, we're gonna take a short break. We do have a couple more sets left. Next up is going to be Cute Men versus Japan Disciples. Do not go anywhere, my friends. We will be right back.